AV block, complete and partial Hart blocks. First degree AV block or first degree partial Hart block or a block in the AV node. In this ECG, measure the PR interval. It is 6 small squares or 0.24 seconds. Normal range for the PR interval is 3 to 5 small squares. So this ECG shows prolonged PR interval indicating delayed conduction from atria to ventricles. But no beat is dropped. This is termed as first degree AV block or first degree partial Hart block. Note again in another bit PR interval of 6 millimeters, and note in the lower strip that every P wave is followed by a QRS complex. Only the conduction is delayed in the AV node, resulting in prolonged PR interval. Here is another ECG with a PR interval of 8.5 small squares, that is 0.34 seconds. All P waves are followed by QRS complexes. This is first degree Hart block. Now we come to a third degree Hart block. Observe this ECG. You can see P waves at regular intervals at a rate of 100 per minute, and there are QRS complexes also at regular intervals at a rate of 30 per minute. But there is no fixed relationship between the two. That is, the atria are beating to their own sinus rhythm and ventricles are beating to their own ventricular rhythm. Impulses are not going across the AV node to the ventricles. So this is third degree AV block or complete Hart block. In this rhythm strip, we see P waves occurring regularly at a faster rate and wide QRS complexes occurring regularly at an independent slow rate. This is total Hart block with ventricular rhythm. Note the regularly occurring P waves. This is another ECG of total Hart block. Identify the regularly occurring P waves. Wide and slow QRS complexes are obvious. Once again, note the regularly occurring P waves and independent slow wide QRS complexes. So in total Hart block, there is no conduction from atria to ventricles and each beats at its own rhythm. This is another ECG of total Hart block. Identify the atrial rhythm and the ventricular rhythm. Second degree Hart block. Between first degree Hart block, where the AV conduction is merely delayed, to third degree Hart block, where there is no conduction at all through the AV node, we have second degree Hart block or second degree AV block, where only intermittently a few beats are not conducted across the AV node. On ECG, as we will see in the next three examples, some of the P waves will not be followed by QRS complexes. Now let us see different types of second degree Hart block. In this ECG, we see that some intermittent P waves are not conducted. So first we must see whether the PR interval is constant in all the beats or it varies from beat to beat. Here it varies from beat to beat. Now let us observe the pattern more closely. In the first beat, the PR interval is 4 small squares, that is normal. In the second beat, it is 6 small squares. In the third beat, it is 7 small squares. And the fourth P wave is not followed by QRS complex. This phenomenon, where the PR interval gradually increases till a beat is dropped, is termed as Wenckebach phenomenon. Then again, the next beat will show a normal PR interval and the process will continue again. Note this strip. The first PR interval is 6 millimeters, the second PR interval is 8 millimeters, and the third beat is dropped. This is Wenckebach phenomenon. This is because each successive impulse arrives earlier and earlier in the refractory period of the AV node, and takes progressively longer time to penetrate the AV node. At last, a beat is dropped and the pause that occurs allows time for the AV node to recover, and the next PR interval is again normal. Watch the close-up view now. The first PR is 4 mm, second is 6 mm, third is 7 mm, fourth beat is dropped. Again the PR interval has returned to 4 mm. This is typical Wenckebach phenomenon. Note again beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 mm, 6 mm, 7 mm and a dropped beat. Now we come to another type of second degree heart block, that is Mobitz type 2. This ECG shows wide QRS complexes of bundle branch block pattern. They are not ventricular ectopics because each QRS is preceded by a P wave indicating sinus rhythm. But intermittently, a P wave is not followed by QRS complex. So this is second degree AV block. Now measure the PR intervals, especially before and after a pause. They are normal. Second degree AV block with normal PR intervals and wide QRS complexes is termed as Mobitz type 2 block. Here the block is below the AV node in the bundle branches. Hence the QRS complexes are wide. And since the AV node is normal, PR intervals are also constant. Only intermittently a few beats are dropped. This is Mobitz type 2 AV block. Fixed ratio AV block. The third type of AV block has already been studied by us with supraventricular tachycardias. Here the ventricles respond to every second, third or fourth impulse, giving 2 to 1, 3 to 1 or 4 to 1 AV block. This ECG shows a QRS complex following every second P wave. This is 2 to 1 AV block. This is a fixed ratio AV block. The PR interval is normal and constant. Now we will come back to the ECG of third degree or complete heart block. Here the P waves occur at a rate of 100 per minute and the QRS complexes occur at a rate of 30 per minute, which is a rate of ventricular pacemaker. The QRS complexes are also wide and bizarre, indicating ventricular origin. So this is a total heart block with ventricular rhythm. In contrast, here is another ECG with third degree heart block. The P waves occurring regularly at a rate of about 100 per minute and QRS complexes occurring at a rate of about 47 per minute. Also the QRS structure is normal. This is a nodal rhythm. AV node beats at rates of 40 to 60 per minute. So this is a third degree AV block with nodal rhythm. This means that third degree AV block may have a ventricular rhythm or a nodal rhythm. Note the difference in the QRS structure and difference in QRS rate in ventricular rhythm and nodal rhythm. In this ECG, the P waves are seen regularly every 13 millimeters and wide QRS complexes at every 44 millimeters. That is, the atrial rate is 115 per minute and ventricular rate is 34 per minute. So this is complete or third degree AV block with ventricular rhythm. Note in close-up view the wide QRS complexes and regularly occurring P waves. Compare it with idioventricular rhythm below, where the QRS rate and appearance is similar, but there are no P waves. In total heart block, the SA node is functioning, so P waves are present, but the impulse is not reaching the ventricles across the AV node, so ventricular rhythm has started. While in idioventricular rhythm, the SA node itself is not functioning, that is, there is sinus arrest, so there are no P waves and ventricular rhythm has started as an escape rhythm.